The artists who died broke but became legends. 4 to 5 minute podcast narration. Hook. Imagine dedicating your entire life to your craft. Imagine sacrificing comfort, stability, and even your health in pursuit of creating something meaningful. Now imagine dying with almost no recognition, little money, and no idea that the world would one day consider you a genius. History is filled with artists who never lived to see their success. Today, we're exploring the tragic and inspiring stories of artists who died broke but became legends. Perhaps no artist symbolizes this story more than Vincent van Gogh. Today, his paintings sell for tens of millions of dollars. Museums attract millions of visitors eager to see his work. His name is recognized around the globe. But during his lifetime, Van Gogh struggled with poverty, loneliness, and mental illness. Born in the Netherlands in 1853, he didn't seriously pursue art until his late 20s. While many artists spend decades building their careers, Van Gogh had only about 10 years to create the works that would eventually transform art history. During those years, he produced more than 2,000 artworks, including some of the most recognizable images ever painted. Yet success never arrived. He often relied on financial support from his brother Theo. Money was scarce. Paint and canvas were difficult to afford. His work was frequently criticized or ignored. The public simply did not understand what he was trying to achieve. The bold colors, energetic brushstrokes, and emotional intensity that make his paintings famous today were considered strange by many people of his era. When Van Gogh died in 1890 at the age of 37, he had little reason to believe that history would remember him. Yet within a few decades, attitudes began to change. Artists and collectors recognized the extraordinary emotional power of his work. Museums began acquiring his paintings. Critics praised his innovation. The man who once struggled to sell his art became one of the most celebrated artists in history. His story reminds us that recognition and greatness are not always the same thing. Another remarkable example is Amedeo Modigliani. Born in Italy in 1884, Modigliani dreamed of becoming a great artist. He eventually moved to Paris, which at the time was one of the most exciting artistic centers in the world. Life there was anything but glamorous. Modigliani faced constant financial hardship. He often exchanged drawings for meals or basic necessities. His health deteriorated, and he struggled to support himself. Despite these challenges, he developed a unique artistic style. His portraits featured elongated faces, elegant necks, and simplified forms that made them instantly recognizable. Today, those images are considered masterpieces. But during his lifetime, many critics dismissed his work. One exhibition was reportedly closed by authorities shortly after opening because several of his paintings were considered too provocative. Financial success remained out of reach. In 1920, Modigliani died at just 35 years old. The tragedy deepened when his partner, devastated by his death, died shortly afterward. Only after his passing did collectors begin to recognize the brilliance of his artistic vision. Today, his paintings sell for extraordinary sums and occupy places of honor in major museums. So why does this happen? Why are some artists ignored in life and celebrated after death? Part of the answer lies in human nature. People often judge new ideas through the lens of current tastes and expectations. Truly original artists challenge those expectations. Their work may feel uncomfortable, confusing, or even wrong at first. Only later do audiences recognize that innovation. History repeatedly shows that creative breakthroughs are often misunderstood before they are appreciated. The stories of Van Gogh and Modigliani reveal something deeper than art history. They remind us that success is not always immediate, recognition is not always fair, and the value of creative work cannot always be measured by popularity or financial reward. Many of the world's greatest artists, writers, inventors, and visionaries spent their lives pursuing ideas that others failed to understand. Yet their work endured, long after the critics disappeared, long after the doubts faded. Their creations continued speaking to future generations. Perhaps that is the ultimate lesson. True artistic impact is not determined by applause in the moment. Sometimes history needs time to catch up. Thank you for listening. Join us next time as we uncover another fascinating story from the world of art and creativity. Until then, remember, today's overlooked artist may become tomorrow's legend.